We have the t-shirts back in stock, my darlings. What is delayed is not denied. We have it in blue. Since you loved it so very much indeed, my darlings, you better go ahead and get your t-shirt before it sells out, because I just might go ahead and do a yellow t-shirt for you and an orange t-shirt. You have to bear in mind, Baby Girl is a small brand. We are self-funding here, so I can only do so much. But yes, the t-shirt is back and I am living and loving. I also have a surprise for you. Yes. You asked and I said, why not? We have brought the black t-shirt back. What is delayed is not denied. Are we living and loving? Let me put all of this here and just yes. Hello, my darling Fumi Nation. How are you? How are we, baby? So this episode is light and bright. I am hoping to come back. Let me know, my darlings. I'm hoping to come back to do makeup tutorials, skincare. Let us do some fitness. Let us do some story time. Let's do something light. I just want to move on to something positive and light and bright and positive. I really do. I'm tired of the dark stories. I really am. So today's episode is going to be very fabulous. I am so excited because we are going to talk about what? My hair. So many of you have said, Fumi, we absolutely love your hair. And I have to thank none other than the wonderful and absolutely phenomenal ENITAN, who owns Healthy Hair Studio, their flagship store here in London on King's Road in Chiswick. Healthy Hair Studio, congratulations indeed. They had a phenomenal party to celebrate their 3 years, and they have changed the face and the scalps of Fumi Nation around these streets, most especially mine. I have never ever worn my hair naturally in my entire life until Healthy Hair Studio. I just didn't know how to grow it, how for it to be healthy. Let me come forward so that you guys can see. I did not know how to grow my hair, how to treat my hair at all. Let me just put it in the middle. I did not know how to. And so it was ENITAN who said, let me show you. And if you see ENITAN, her hair is as beautiful and as long and as thick as anything. And I admired her because I live and I love my blackness. I am very much in my blackness. And once the hair grew, my God, once all of the edges came in, that was it. That was it for me. This is my true authentic self, and I wanted to share it with you because I usually put a snippet at the end for you guys.
Hi guys, my name is ENITAN, hair coach. I am UK's first ever hair coach and a trichologist. We are a team of trichologists and hair coaches here in W6 London, and we help those who are desperate and have tried and everything else has failed. We look after those who have chronic scalp concerns, flaky, itchy scalp that's been going on for many years. We help those that have hair loss that has progressed instead of improved, and we help those that just generally want to have a better understanding of better quality hair, length, volume, and reduce that dryness. Visit us by clicking here.
Today I just wanted to talk about the products because we have grown, my darlings. In the last month or so, we have an extra 10,000 new Fumi Nation members, and a lot of you keep on asking about my hair. Healthy Hair Studio by ENITAN. The event was fantastic, and she got all of us to wear brown. And at the time I was thinking that, oh, the color brown, just damn it, might not work. It turned out to be the most beautiful looking event as well. We had snacks and all kinds of stuff. So let me start from the beginning. My edges were gone. One of the things that ENITAN has, which is amazing. Again, like I said, why am I doing this? Because we have new Fumi Nation members. I love this kind of length, but I think I'm going to let it grow all the way out now. I'm going to just let it really be big. Every single day, morning, noon, and night, I use the deep follicle treatment. The deep follicle treatment is your vitamins. It's your multivitamins. And you put this onto the edges of your head like that, all around. I do it at night and I do it in the mornings. You need to take a stamp. This you can get in Amazon, and it's just micro needling, and I just punch it onto the edges of my temples. This will bring your hair back. Baby, your hair will come back with a vengeance. The education, our hair is underneath the follicle. The follicle is what is clogged. It's almost like going through a tunnel, and the car is the hair. If you get to the end of it and you cannot go through, what happens? The hair is twisted in there and it will not grow out. You need to have your stamps so that you can open up the little tunnels, the follicles, so that your hair can go through. Your hair that grows underneath is the strong hair. That's why you need to take care of it and make sure that you comb it from the ends first, and then from there you go deeper and deeper, and then you comb through with a deep wide comb. She's got wonderful combs on her site. Another favorite that I love, Jesus, her slippery lime shampoo. So guys, what do I think about our slippery lime shampoo? Let me show you something. And for the benefit of other shampoo products, I covered them. I had to do this test because I needed to prove a point, and I don't want to bring up any other product or brand, but these are other shampoos that I've had. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to take them out one by one. Let me put my slippery slime here. I'm going to bring it out one by one, and I'm going to pour it out for you to see. Yeah, look at the consistency. Look at the consistency. Okay, that is one. Look at the consistency of this one. Okay. Look at the consistency of this. Oh God. Look at the consistency of this. Look at the consistency of slippery slime shampoo by Healthy Hair Studio, created by a trichologist called ENITAN. It's a beast. It won't even. Just look. If you are asking me, Fumi, a slippery lime shampoo, Healthy Hair Studio, created by trichologist ENITAN, is it FDV approved? It is absolutely FDV approved. It is absolutely FDV approved. Go right ahead and use my discount code Fumi and get yours. Nothing like it. Then, my darlings, inches conditioned. And she's right. I am conditioning your inches. It's a very generous size. And then just look at the cream inside. It is thick like egg white. Just think of egg white. You just put that in your hair, and when I tell you, your hair becomes very silky. I love my hair pattern. I am half Gambian and half Nigerian, so my mother's hair is like this. And when I tell you, I did not know how beautiful it really looks because I did not know how to treat it. Every 2 weeks I go in with none other than the fabulous protein defense. You take a little bit of conditioner, you take a little bit of protein defense, you just rake it through your hair. Leave it on those days when you're at home and you're doing your laundry, you're cleaning up, you're studying, whatever. Leave it there. Don't worry about it. And then after an hour or 4 or 5 hours, wash it out. It protects the hair from all of the damage, from all of the combing, sleeping without wearing a scarf. Now I wear a silk scarf. She's got that on her website too. It's a whole different relationship I have with my hair because Healthy Hair Studio showed me how. Then we have Mighty Moisture. Mighty Moisture, oh my God. It's the moisture that I didn't know I needed. Instead of wetting the hair like we do so that the hair can be moist and it's not too coarse and not too hurtful when you're combing it, Mighty Moisture. The best, especially for winter months, especially if you're a swimmer, especially if you have long hair and you don't want to wet it. You don't even have to wet it in the mornings when your hair is dry. Mighty Moisture, followed by what? Moisture Hold. Moisture Hold just locks in all of the moisture that you have in your hair. Mighty Moisture. Just look at this. Adrian uses it. Ula uses it. My entire household, extended family uses it. It is a religion, and everything plays a huge part. And sometimes, like I'm seeing, because this is almost empty, I mix the Mighty Moisture and the Moisture Hold into my hair. I absolutely love it, and I wanted to share with you guys. It's the best thing ever. Healthy Hair Studio, there's no other brand. There's no other brand for my black hair. No other brand that I have ever come across that has loved my hair and has done the job. Now we're going to go for a unique treatment, never been done. And I'm not going to say anything actually. Let the experts go ahead and explain. But look at my hair though. Soft and nice. Live for it. Yeah.
Right, so
yes, my love.
We are going to do a stem cell treatment.
Stem cell.
Stem cell to encourage hair, to encourage wound healing biology.
Yes.
And then she's going to have a continuity at home.
Yes.
It will feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But it's very quick.
Okay.
I'll do a tiny bit just so you know what to expect.
Okay.
This is what it feels like.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
That's wonderful.
Alright.
It's not even bad at all actually.
Okay, good.
Oh wow. So what does this entail?
So we're going to create micro pathways.
Yes.
To drop the stem cell and to encourage wound healing, and then that wound healing will give us a new cell. The new cell will become hair.
Wow.
Alright, so we're now going to start with the micro pathways, micro injury. 3, 2, 1. So this is for anyone with hair loss.
Yes.
Then we do combination treatments, not just this. It's just one of the many treatments we do.
Yes.
So it is uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
So we'll
and then in front here.
Yeah.
Wow. It stings.
It does,
yes.
3,
2, 1.
Deep breath.
Yes. That's it. And all of the hair will grow back. Fantastical.
Nice.
That's it.
Alright, 10 more seconds.
Yes. and people are committed. Every week they come up here. But you see the difference.
And for those that can't do weekly, we have compilations for monthly plans.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you. I lived for it. I have a discount code Fumi. So you can use that. You can also use it when you make your appointments. Just tell them Fumi Nation, they know who I am. If I love it, I know Fumi Nation will like it because you guys want to be fuminized. And I get compliments every single day. Every single day. To the point that when I'm walking, you know what, let me get my glasses. I'm walking through Selfridges or whatever. I can hear them. Who is she? Who is she? Who is the girl with the natural hair? Who is this woman? Who is she? When I tell you, there's a confidence and there's a level of pride I have with my hair. I can't really put it in words. I will wear wigs, yes, every once in a while, but the me, my hair. And this product is top tier. They ship internationally. For those of you that will say, does she ship to New York? Does she ship to Nigeria? Does she ship to Burkina Faso? Yes, she does. Yes, she does. I live for Healthy Hair Studio. Congratulations, my darling. And thank you. Thank you for crowning us with your amazing brand. All of my love, my darling Fumi Nation. Do not forget to like, to subscribe, hit the notification button, and I'll see you I'll see you sooner than later. All of
No, Fumi, you have to tell the story properly. What's that? No. I don't agree. What's that? No. We're telling the story. Let's tell the story.
Okay, I will start it there. Okay, I will start it there.
She's under pressure.
I'm so humbled. 2013, I lived in this very building. My husband and I had relocated from Norway. I was early 40s and I was trying to have a baby. I had done 2-3 IVFs and it had failed. I was scared, I was getting older, and there was a porter that lived in this particular building. His name was Mark.
Okay, let me jump in. It will make sense. Let me jump in. Okay, so when I found this when I found this premises, it's my first commercial space. Typically, when you're buying something for the first time, you shop around. I didn't. I came, I saw it, I went next door just to make sure, I don't know, there's no funny business. I went across, they said, you're not going to get customers here because if one, you're saying you're a trichologist, one, what is that? And then two, you're saying you're targeting black people. You're not going to find them here. So I went to 3 shops and I called the agent and I said, I'm ready for my deposit. I did not look anywhere else. I put the deposit down and by my price of that, loads of customers, Bookie, Marcy's, people have been asking me for years, any you need to expand, and my response was, before you finish your sentence, I said no. I was never, ever going to expand to a space because I was so concerned on who will be dedicated to this the way I am, who will love it the way I am, who will be committed. So the answer was always no, 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 no. Okay, so we moved here, we started trading. This same porter was a nuisance to us. He was just doing his job in terms of don't put the rubbish here, don't put the lights on here, yada yada yada. But in our heads, we were just thinking this guy should just go. Because he then said to us, I'm going to retire soon. I've been here for 30 years, I'm going to retire. So we were all counting down, go. Okay, we were just like, let this man just go.
Okay.
Now, back to for me.
Okay, all right. So there was a porter here, his name was Mark. White guy, but you know, he was very crazy, eccentric, but I got along with him. So we had done, I think, IVF number 3. I did 9 in total and ended up getting pregnant myself. Okay, so I was number 3. And it was at that stage where I had nothing to say to my husband, he had nothing to say to me. I went to the stairs to cry, and Mark came to me and said, why are you crying? And I said that I'm trying to have a baby and it's just not happening. And he looked at me, it was very bizarre, and he said, Fumi,
before I leave this building, you will have a child. I got up, I stopped crying, and I went back into the house. Needless to say, we left. Ula, my husband, got good promotion, and we left. I ended up having a boy. Wow. Yes. I ended up having a boy. Yes. Prior to that, I beg your pardon, prior to that, I got to 5 months. It was the longest I had ever gotten to. And Adrian kicked me. So I saw the foot. So I went to church. And I said, God, I'm here. I said, yes, down the road. I went to church and I said, you know what? I know you're busy, but listen now. So I said, listen. I said, I'm carrying him up to 5 months. I don't mind. Take him. If you not let me see him, take him. But don't let me feel him, move around, and then you take him because you'll kill me. I got to the door and I felt it was such a big ask. I went back to him and I said, God, you know what? Use me to the point that they will have to say this is God. That it will not be me. I was desperate. So I said, use me. I will. I'm I will fulfill that promise. Till the day I die, I will fulfill that promise. I will promise it to you. So I left. And we did the IVF. And then Adrian, I got pregnant with Adrian. So it was so bizarre because I felt as if I was on this train that God was just opening doors. Everything was just happening. It wasn't me per se. Opportunities were coming. I was meeting the right people, that kind of thing. I have always loved my black women. If I was a guy, I'll marry a sleeping I love my black women. I love you. I love you. I love you. You support me. I'm inspired by you. I'm inspired by your shape, by your ideas, by your intelligence. I wish we could multiply. So I am so arrogant in my beauty that I will never negotiate who I am. You understand? So needless to say, my publicist, Christy, a beautiful white lady, she came to me and said, Fumi, there's this healthy hair studio that's launching opposite Tesco. And I said, is it by Chiswick? Because I lived here, you know. So I said, sign me up. Is she black? She said, yes. I said, I'll come. No problem, I'll come. And we were moving, it was a crazy time and everything. Christy called me and said the 18th. I thought you said it's the 19th. But yes, it's the 19th. Needless to say, I told her, I said, do I come out of Hammersmith station or do I come out at Ravenscourt Park? Because I know this area so well. She said, Fumi, I don't know, I've never been there. I said, okay, you know what? Let me come off of Hammersmith and I will just walk down because I have my dry cleaners and everything.
Okay, so, back to me. I don't know any of this is going on, by the way. So, same lady, hi, Christy at the back of there says to me, okay, you need to do your lunch. And I'm like, why? Because I was so stressed in the construction of this place that like, this one, can we do the lunch a year after we've opened? Because I just don't have the capacity. So I kept changing the date. Remember when Fumi just said about the date? I kept changing, this is important, I kept changing the date. Because I didn't know that date has to be aligned with something. So I'll change the date, I'm so stressed. I changed the date like 3-4 times.
Yeah.
I changed it 3-4 times. And then the launch party happened.
No, then you cancelled one.
Yes, I don't know what much. 1 year would do it, but I don't have time. So I didn't want to do it. It was just, I'd lost so much weight. I had stress-induced eczema. It was just a lot. I was losing hair coach, really losing my hair. I had bald patches. So I'm like, I don't want to do it.
It's okay.
The launch day had come. We were doing our thing, meet and greet. I saw a lady, dark-skinned lady. She wore denim tracksuit and hair in a ponytail. She had relaxed hair at the time. The same barman, the same vendors were using her pretty much then who were using her. That same vendor. I saw her pour a drink. And it looked like a prayer, but I was in here, it's like, I didn't know what was happening, but I saw a drink and it just looked like a prayer. When she came in, where's Natalie? Natalie greeted her, very familiar, something, this is somebody, I don't know how. Okay, so I would just be professional as I am, and I greeted her and I hugged her. And then we did a little consultation in the back here. And then she asked me, do you have stock? And I thought it was odd. why are you asking me to have stock? He said, I want to do something for you. But do you have stock? Yeah. I mean, I didn't know what was the implication of that. I went home, no issue, no wala. The next morning, all over the place. And I'm like, what is going on? Well, she kept calling me, and the cells, I took a screenshot. We had never, in the history of Healthy Hair Studio, what we did in 24 hours, it had never, ever happened. So I took a screenshot and I sent it to Fumi. She said, don't worry. So I was like, okay, what's going on? Then months later, we were talking every day. I still do not know this story about upstairs, and I didn't know any of it. But we used to talk every day. Then she came one day with a bag, but it was empty. And I said, Auntie Fumi, why are you walking around London with an empty bag? And she said, oh, you don't know? And I was like, no, what? She said, I'm going to my dry cleaners. But you don't live near here. Why are you going to dry cleaners in this area? And she said, sit down. So I sat down. And then she started to tell me the whole story, what she just told you about upstairs. I said, what do you mean you live upstairs? Remember, I did not go and look for another commercial space.
You stop there.
It was just the one, and I put money down in me. I didn't even negotiate the price. And then she said, tell me that. And then, as we were talking, the day of the launch, she says to me as she was walking by,
You have to stop. So, that was it, and I came from Hammersmith and I started walking down. And I had not been here in years. My life had changed, as you very well know. When you have a new baby, there's so much that is going on. So I was just walking down memory lane. As I got back down here, I began to see the address. I said, no, it cannot. I now found out that where I was coming to was in this very building of which I lived. I was flat 55. It was a small flat like this. You could barely swing a cat, but that was all that we could afford because we were just really endowed with, the bills. As I was coming up like this, I saw Mark. Mark saw me. I said, Mark, how are you? He said, Fumi, how are you, darling? I said, I'm doing okay. My bestie, Christina, was she wasn't there that day because that particular day we were moving to a bigger house. I didn't really dress per se, but I just said, you know what, Christina, let me go. So I came, I had my publicist and I had Karim. So we came down here, and then as soon as Mark held me like this, it occurred to me that Mark didn't know that I had Adrian. I opened my phone and I said, Mark, look at Adrian, my son. And he held me.
listen to this part.
He held me. I always want to cry. He held me and he said, Fumi, today is my last day.
That was the day he retired, when I was changing the dates all the time. He had to be a part of that story. Because what Auntie Fumi did not share was, when one of the days when she was crying upstairs on the stairs, he said, before I leave this place, I will see that you had a child. You would have had a child. So he had to be there on the last day. So as she walked up here, that's what she was doing, that prayer.
So, okay, baby. He said, Fumi, today is my last day. It meant that he never forgot the promise he made to me. And look at goose pimples. And I said, where are you going? He said his mother is in Ireland. He's going to take care of his mother. And I instantly remembered the promise I made to God. I made that promise and I said, Fumi, it starts now. So I came and I asked the bartender.
The same one.
The same bartender said, do you have gin? It's an old African tradition. My grandmother taught me that. You pour it on the floor so that money can flow, opportunity, protected, guidance. I didn't know what I was going to do, but this right here, it was going to flourish. It was my thank you to God for giving me Adrian. I didn't know any tongue. When I walked in, I saw this raven-haired girl. I said, that's my baby. I said, it's okay, anything you say. But Enitan turned out to be so polite. She hugged me, she kissed me, gave me food, everything. I said, then I said to myself, because there was a lot of change for me. I was coming home to myself, where I was shedding off a lot of pretense.
and I wanted to come back to me. She fixed the puzzle because I was coming back to my hair. It was a journey myself. So I thought, okay, let me just see. So she talked about it. She talked about the deep follicle treatment. And I said, because Fumi Nation, as you coined yourself, if I love it, you're gonna like it. I knew that. Many of them, because I suffered from it too, all of my front it had shed. So I said, wow, Fumi Nation, I don't even know what I have for you. I said, run this by me one more time. I used my own money and I paid. Remember, I did it for the appointment because when I believe, you see, you have influencers, and some people say influence. I'm not an influencer. If I believe in it, I know you will love it. That is the truth. I don't need to sell it to you. You will see it. And the hair instantly began to grow. Instantly, all of this, I was bald. I called Naomi. I said, Naomi, baby. I said, oh, we got something for the runway. Because we are old school. I'm 57. We are old school models from back in the 90s. Naomi, let this way go. I found somebody. And Fumi Nation, they just flourished. I want to give ENITAN her flowers. I salute you, Mama. Because you did it right. I didn't do it. God sent me to acknowledge you. If you hadn't had it, there would not be a story. You are phenomenal. You are phenomenal beyond what you know. There has never been a business on Chiswick that has gone past 2 years. This is why it's special. She's here for 3 years and it is an anomaly.
Next door has opened and closed, even in this space. Before I came here, the same salon were like, nobody stays here. So for us to be celebrating 3 years in